youngers that don't do this, and back in on those parts. So inappropriate contents actually drives them more, maybe subconsciously. I've seen them like they don't want to expose themselves, maybe in front of us or their guardians, parents, but back in their mind when they're in group with other kids or other groups, they prefer or they talk about that we have seen such contents or these are available or maybe. So from my perspective, this should be monitored more. So that's all from me. Thank you.
Thank you. And I find that very interesting because as you speak, you know, the Facebook polling is still going on and it's now stands at 50%, the inappropriate content thing. And it's very interesting to me to, you know, that people who are viewing this and following this online are clearly people who do quite a bit online. And they're the ones who are aware, it seems, because they are saying at 50% of them say exposure to inappropriate content is the biggest fear. So thank you for sharing your thoughts on that. Anyone else, even if you thought, even if you were the 20% or the 33% that said, no, my biggest fear is online bullying, just to share with us your thoughts on that. Yes, Christina.
Thank you. I can share again. Sorry, I'm not very technology savvy, so I wasn't able to vote.
So you're going to tell us your vote
I
now.
will tell you is that, no, as a parent, still my son is quite young, but what I am concerned about is when it comes to the online bullying. Because I feel in the school or in the community, I'm able to see and I'm able to protect him. But when it comes to what is going on online, I'm not there unless he tells me. So that is one, I think, will become one of my concerns as he grows older.
Thank you, Christina. And I think this again also reflects a bit more on, you know, what we talked about, the different ages that they're at. And I guess our fears also for them are based on the age that our kids are at. Anyone else on your thoughts? Yes, please, the gentleman here.
Thank you. I'm Rocky from BRAC Skills Development Program. So one of my concern is sometimes maybe me and my younger brother and sisters, they are forced to being exposed to this kind of content. Because if I give an example, like Share It, we all know one apps that we used to use like to share different kind of file or something. So they are recently, I'm like observing, they are forcing you to being exposed to different kind of inappropriate content. So so these things also need to be like taken into consider. Like while some of the renowned or some of the known things are forcing this kind of exposure or like promoting this kind of inappropriate content to our youth or adolescent. So this is one of my concern, and I just want to share like definitely it's a remarkable initiative from UNICEF and Grameenphone definitely. But one thing, there are thousands of children or youth, those who are not in the school right now. They are out of school, dropped out from the school due to different reasons. So definitely we need to incorporate some of the mechanism to reach those students, those adolescents, those who are not in the school right now, because comparatively they are in the more risky position than the school going children. So thank you.
Thank you for reminding us. Yes.
I didn't understand how students are forced to visit the inappropriate content. How they're forced. Did you understand?
I think it's the little things that pop up when you're, but I will let him.
Definitely, exactly.
Yeah.
Just adding to that.
I mean, it is not forced, they're allured. Am I right?
Kind of.
So
Yes.
Kind of, yeah.
Attracted, allured,
yes.
tempted, all kinds of words. There is another hand of the same gentleman. Yes, please, go ahead.
Can I add to the forcing part?
Sure.
There are games which is mostly played by the youths. On those games, you will find that they have to cross certain level or get points. For that, you have to see certain videos or you have to pay. So as we do, we see the video and most of them are inappropriate. So it kind of forcing us, you know, indirectly or directly, it's kind of forcing. So I want to add that part for him. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for clarifying as well. Yes, Russell, please. Can we have the microphone here? Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Seema. Thank you very much. Well, my experience working with internet for so many years, I've been working for internet industry since 2001. I worked for internet operators. I worked for software industry. And I'm privileged that on behalf of champs21.com, we executed this campaign. I want to share a little bit different perspective of it. Inappropriate content. If we go back to 2000 or 2001, internet came sometime around 96, 97. At the same time, it came to Bangladesh. On an offline manner, from 97 onwards, we have been seeing proper internet with emailing and others. If you Google it, I was Googling it right now because I know the contents I was Googling again. Back in 2000 or 2001, when we used to see Alexa ranking, where Bangladeshis go and visit, which sites they visit. In those days, out of the top 100 sites Bangladeshis used to visit, 80% of them were inappropriate sites.
Well, sorry?
80% of them were inappropriate sites.
Inappropriate.
Today, sitting today, out of top 100 sites, only 2 I found a bit of inappropriate. That's a reality.
I mean, you mean 2%?
Less than 2%. Out of 100, 2%, you can say yes.
Yeah.
I found 2.
So formerly it was 80%.
80%,
Now
today it is
it's
2%.
only 2%.
Only 2%. That's the reality. We know it, who are working with internet domains and many things. Let me tell you why. In those days, first of all, the universe was not that big. At the same time, there was nothing to do on the internet. Today, there is a lot of things to do on internet. Bangladeshis, newspapers, everybody is among the top 20. Even the PHP learning website is one of the top 20. So there are a lot of good things to do on the net.
Yes.
People know about it and it's spreading. Now coming back to this particular topic of safe internet, school-going children, with my little company called champs21.com, I have been working with school-going children since 2001. The major hurdle that I've been seeing working with, I work with almost 1,000 schools all over Bangladesh on different campaigns, different perspective. With all due respect to our teachers, Sabrina ma'am, I know her personally. Motushi, I'm similar from IBA, so I know you. So after a long time I'm seeing you. I have heard both of you, sirs. Brilliant, but the challenge is our teachers. They don't allow us. Many of us in this room are blessed by good internet. When I am blessed by good internet, then I actually promote good internet. Our teachers are not blessed by good internet. They don't know good side of the internet. Once we keep, so internet doesn't mean this only bullying. Internet doesn't mean only inappropriate content. Internet doesn't mean cyberbullying and negativity. No, internet has a lot of positive things. So instead of talking about so many positives, why are we keep talking about negative things? Internet doesn't mean going to school and talk about bullying. Internet doesn't mean a campaign like, hey, somebody's bullying you, somebody is doing inappropriate things with you, there are inappropriate contents. That means we're actually driving our next generation towards negativity. So the teachers, today we have achieved 400,000 students. I think my urge to government, when I was in Basis Board, I had a little scope of working with the digital Bangladesh policy board with my little contribution. I keep saying all this that please aware our teachers. Next time we should reach 4 million teachers first. They spread the good part of internet. They always say, we have seen while executing this program, when teachers are present, how many of you use internet? They don't raise hand. Students are scared of teachers. That means internet is bad. Internet is negative. So we have to accept this fact. When our Prime Minister, Honorable Prime Minister says, internet has to be the 6th prime need, then it has to be, the positivity has to be spread out.